You are listening to episode 7 of the TM GolfCast. My name is Tad Myers, and in this episode, we got to sit down with Austin Smith. He is a very high caliber player on the Cal U men's golf team. We talked about his internships and his process through the PGM program at Cal U. We also talked about his experiences at his internships and how he got started in the game and where he wants to go as a junior coach. So, without further ado, Austin Smith. Alrighty, so I'm here with, now are you number 1 or 2 on the team?
Depends on the day, but number 2 right now.
Okay, number 2 on the Cal U men's golf team, Austin Smith. How's life been treating you right now?
Life's going good. The weather change is
kind of brutal. It's cold up here.
Kind of sucks right now, but going straight from 80 degrees to 40. But life's going good. College is going great. Golf team stuff's going good. We just finished PSAC, so.
Now, was that your last tournament of the fall?
Yeah, last one of the fall. We placed 6th as a team.
Oh, wow.
We didn't play like we should, but we played okay.
You played okay.
Played all right.
Let's talk about your game at the moment. What clubs do you play, first of all? What kind of equipment do we got?
TaylorMade irons, the P770s. I play the mill grind wedges, TaylorMade, and I play all Epic woods, driver 3 wood, and 3 hybrid.
Nice. What's your process for getting fit for clubs? Like, I know you're not wanting to go much into the fitting side of the industry. You want to go more green grass, right?
Yep.
But we're going to talk about a little bit of fitting, because I think with being a high performance player like you are, you still need that little bit of fitting involved. What process do you go through when you're looking at new equipment?
For sure. What I did was when I got fit for my irons, I was actually back home to the guy I get lessons from. Craig Maybe is his name. He has his own Greater Golf building / he runs it and basically himself. And I got fit for the irons there. He put me in the Modus Pros 120s, which was a great fit. I hit them great. I don't really miss them much. If it misses, it's the club face. It's me.
Yeah.
It's not the shaft or anything of the club. But for the woods, actually, I'm not fit right now for the right driver shaft. It's just a stock
Fujikura shaft.
Yeah, Fujikura that came in the Epic. But my 3 wood shaft is a recoil 65 stiff, and I got fit for that here actually at Cal U when the reps came in.
Nice.
Same for the hybrid.
Nice. So let's talk about what you're going through now in the PGM program here at Cal. You just finished your 2nd internship, right?
Yep.
And you were at Eaglesman, right?
Yep.
What was that experience like?
Great experience. I was there with a couple of alums, actually. The 1st and 2nd assistant, Cal Logue is the 1st, and his brother Cade, who's a really good friend of mine. We had a great summer. I basically ran the outside operations and dealt with carts and gave lessons to juniors, and we had junior camps and clinics for ladies that I chaperoned with Seth, the head pro there. Well, ex-head pro. He's actually done now, but
okay.
It was usually me, him, Kate or Cal, depending on who was there. So we had a good time with that. We gave a lot of good feedback to a lot of the ladies that were there. The kids had a great time, lots of fun.
That's awesome.
And overall, it was probably one of my best internships that I'm ever going to have.
That's awesome. Are you going to go back next year, or where are you thinking about going?
I'm looking at Wingfoot.
Okay. Wow, Wingfoot. That's awesome.
Yeah, my first head pro actually worked there. He was an intern there, so he has a little connection to Wingfoot. So we're trying to make that happen.
Nice. Let's talk about how you got started. How did you get started in the game, and then circle back to now?
Okay, so I actually started when I was about 4, playing with plastic clubs.
4 years old, man. I wish I would have started that early.
Yeah, my dad, he loves golf. He's played it his whole life. He started when he was in high school, a little later than me, but ever since he had me and my brother, it's been golf and the main focus and basketball. Because my biggest thing is that you gotta play a lot of sports in high school to get all those skills to help you for what you want to focus on. Let's say for me, golf is what I wanted to focus on going out of high school. So, like I said, I started when I was 4. I've played ever since that day I picked up that plastic club. Played in high school. I went to states, played my junior and senior year, placed 11th my senior year. Was actually in 4th after the first day and kind of played bad, but it's just memories now.
Now, what high school did you play for?
Montrose area school district. It was small town. No one ever knows about it. It's 45 minutes near Scranton.
Oh wow, okay.
So a lot of people hear The Office.
Yeah, The Office. As soon as you said Scranton, I thought of that.
Yeah, it's like northeast of there. I actually got drawn here from the state tournament. I saw Pete Coughlin there. He was doing recruiting. Talked to him, and actually after scoring, I saw Justin was set up there with his table and professional golf management, and I talked to him about coming here and made a visit, and now we're here.
That's
Been
awesome.
here this is my 3rd year now.
So you're a junior now in college.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What classes are you taking now?
I have a geology class, which is my science class. I need to get rid of a general credit. I have a legal aspects of sport. I have a intermediate topics of PGM, a 300, and a turf grass management class.
That's awesome.
Very interesting setup this year.
Yeah, you learn about all this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Mixture.
at what point did you think you could take your love of the game? Like you were saying, you saw the table there. Was that the point where you thought, I think I'm going to turn this into a career?
Yep, that's kind of when I figured out that, like, what I wanted to do, because I had mixed feelings on my future. Going in my senior year, you kind of gotta start thinking about what you want to do.
Oh yeah.
So my mother's a teacher, so I was going to go into education.
Oh wow.
But that was my main focus. But I saw Justin at the state tournament, and as much as I love golf, like I was like, yeah, like let's try this out and see what can come out of it. And it's been amazing so far in my 2 years here, going on my 3rd now.
That's awesome. What was your first internship like? Like, go into detail a little bit about like the different places you've worked within the industry.
Yeah, my first internship, I was at Pocono Farms Resort in the Poconos. I was the second assistant. Technically, they didn't have anybody else, and I ran inside operations. I did scoring on gin, ran the POS system in the shop, scored tournaments, did junior clinics there at the resort. That was probably every 2-3 weeks. We did junior camps, clinics, lots of junior stuff there.
That's awesome.
I enjoyed that a lot, working with kids, coming from the aspiration of being in education, my first thing, but it was a lot of fun working with the kids and getting them involved with the game. My second internship was basically like the same. We had a lot of junior stuff, and it was a lot of fun working with juniors. I think that's somewhere where I want to go with my future, is working with juniors.
That's awesome. So you're going to be more like a junior instructor, U.S. Kids Golf instructor kind of thing?
I would like that a lot.
That's awesome. So with working with a lot of juniors, there's got to be some funny stories coming out of some junior stories.
Yeah. We've had kids. Well, for one story, it was at the resort. There was a group of about 15 to 20, and they're all good friends. What they do at the resort is they have different days. They do like swimming lessons one day, and then they'll for a couple hours, and then they'll go to say they bike for some while at this other station, and then they come to us for the camp.
Okay.
So they're all good friends. They all know each other, all comfortable. So they talk and talk and talk, and they have no filter. Like they just say whatever, and they don't know when to be quiet, which is a typical kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we set this like putt course up in the clubhouse.
Oh, okay.
So they were putting through like tables and chairs, like if they mishit it like a kid would do.
Yeah.
And they're playing with like those Velcro balls.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
When they hit it, it's like they're hitting it at a target, not hitting it in the hole. So these kids are full swinging like putters inside. So this one kid, he's a little bigger than the rest of the group. He just smokes it in the clubhouse. It hits this like vase that's on a table. It's like a wooden vase, shattered. Shattered. And I'm the only one there supervising them. And so I had everyone stop, and I texted my boss. He came over. He was pretty mad, but we got through it.
Jeez, that's...
Yeah, it was first time experience for that, but they got a little too wild, but
yeah,
it happens.
Oh, yeah, kids are gonna be kids.
Yep.
Now, what is one of the what is the one tip that you would give, like a junior golfer? What is the biggest tip that you would give a junior golfer, or even right now like a mid-handicap golfer? Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest tip would be is if you want it, it's achievable.
Okay.
What I learned from when I was younger is my dad always told me I always have the skills and talents, but the work I got to put in is what is the outcome. Is the outcome. So what that means for me is, as much as I want to practice, is how good I'm going to be.
That's awesome.
If you don't want it, you're not going to achieve what you want.
Yeah.
So practice hard, grind, and you'll become good someday.
You'll get to where you are. Yeah. What is one thing you'd like to see in the change in the golf industry?
It's a good question. One thing I'd like to see change is definitely a more like diverse industry. What I mean is like you see a lot of like male pros.
Okay.
Not too many women. I'd like to see like a mixture. They're out there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you see a lot of like just male head pros that are out there that just do it like by the books, like the old ways they do it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see a lot more females get into this industry. I think it'd help us out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. Now, let's go back to your basketball days. You got the honor of repping a number that was probably the most famous number in basketball.
I did.
Number 23.
Yeah.
How did you get that number? How did you get to be the lucky one to rep the 23?
Well, coming up through high school, I started since I was a freshman. So when I was a freshman, no upperclassmen had the number, and I love the number 23 because of the history.
Yeah.
So luckily I got the number when I was a freshman. So once I had it, it's with me for my whole career.
That's awesome.
So I was happy about that, and it's stuck ever since.
Stuck ever since. Is that the number that like if a golfer had their number, that would be your number right now?
That'd be my number.
That's your number 23.
That'd be my number. If golfers ever had numbers, that'd be mine.
I think that's what Jerry Kelly always said. He repped the 13 on his hat for a long time. Said golfers always need a number. Gave himself the number 13.
Yeah, I should do that. That's
Yeah,
a great idea.
you should get a number on your hat. Number 23 on your hat. Yep. Coffin. Let's make that happen.
Let's make our hats numbered.
Alrighty. So let's talk about what your future looks like. Now, what are you hoping? You're hoping to go to Winged Foot next year.
Yeah.
Are you hoping to stay inside the junior realm, junior golf area up there as well?
Well, going to a facility like Winged Foot, I'd probably be limited to what I'm doing. If I could get into the junior camps and focus there, that'd be great. But just to get my nose in there would be the best opportunity for me, just to experience Winged Foot with being a great facility that it is.
Yeah, the history up there that's awesome. That is really cool. And so now your next internship is going to be 6 months, right?
Yep.
You're going to be 6 months up there. And then where are you hoping to maybe possibly go? What is I know it's really soon, but where are you thinking about going after Winged Foot? If there's anything after Winged Foot.
If something would occur after Winged Foot, I'm going down either to Florida, down south, or I'm going to go out west.
Out west?
Yep. I would love to go out west somewhere.
Seems like a good spot. San Diego.
Yeah.
You're going to San Diego?
I'd be Texas or California. That'd be the dream out there somewhere.
That'd be the dream, yeah, for sure.
That'd be my ideal place to go after Wingfoot if I was to go somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's good. Now, what piece of advice would you give current PGA or PGM golfers?
For the PGM golfers here, the freshmen that are coming in, I would just say, like I said before about the practicing, I would encourage them to be in this facility as much as possible. Just grow your friendship with the guys that are here that you're in class with, upperclassmen. Learn from the upperclassmen, like myself, like the freshmen. There's a lot of good guys here that have knowledge of this program, of knowledge they've experienced out on internship, and maybe that internship that one of us was on would interest them. They just gotta stick their nose in, we'll say.
Yeah.
With us and with their own classmates. It's only gonna benefit them.
Only gonna benefit you, absolutely. Just the camaraderie and just getting to know everybody just seems to help so much.
For sure. Getting close with everybody helps everybody.
Absolutely. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention, you are your club champion. You are your men's club champion. What is that like? Up at Montrose Country Club, right?
Yeah, I was. That was actually this past summer. I was honored to win that. It's a great experience. It's something through generation. My dad's won it.
Oh, wow.
9 times.
Oh, man.
So it's great to follow in his footsteps a little bit, and he was actually my caddy for the event.
Wow. So he didn't even play?
Nope, he didn't. He didn't play. He caddied for me, and it's something I won't ever forget.
That's awesome. What was that day like? What was the scores like?
I actually shot on. It's a 3-day tournament, so you qualify on Friday, and then you play actually match play on Saturday and Sunday. So I qualified. I was a 3rd seed. I shot even.
Okay.
And the first 2 seeds shot 1 under and 2 under. So I was right there. And then my first match, I won actually 2-1. Really good match. I played okay, not how I usually do on my home course. But my next event was against a past champion, and he had 5 birdies on the first 9 holes, and I was 2 down. So it was intense. Then he luckily cooled off, and I came back and I won on the last hole, on the 18th hole. So I was really thrilled about that. And then Sunday came. I played an older guy, and it was 5-4. He just kind of ran out of steam as the weekend goes on. And then I played the recent champ and beat him 2-1.
That's awesome. Well,
so
congratulations on that.
Thank you, appreciate it. It was great to accomplish that.
That's awesome. Alrighty, that was episode 7. Thank you very much for being on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Alrighty, thank you for listening to episode 7. I'll see you next week for episode 8.